So a company can tell you we are going to do ABCD to assist a Ugandan migrant worker. But indeed, they are not in that position to do so. They may tell you they can, but they are systemically compromised. They will not tell you that we cannot push our counterpart in Saudi Arabia to do the right thing, because this counterpart already has other girls, other workers. Which workers we have to also still follow up or care about, but they're still under this person's responsibility. So we cannot make hard questions on these parties, for reason that we are still in business. They are still in business, so negotiations become complicated and soft. They are not hard biting. They are soft. Now, for you who wants to see your own saved in the next few days, few moments, you may not achieve that as a family. And even if you go through other protocols, which protocols government knew, and those protocols are really lengthy and they may delay. So they had to carry away this responsibility of monitoring, and instead they asserted it to actually imposed it onto the recruiter. Recruiter, who is a compromised party, is a broker, is a commission agent. A commission agent cannot be liable for rights of what she has commissioned on. And that's why we look at some of them when they are pretending, trying to explain how they are doing their best to help the girl, and then they conclude that the girl is wrong, the girl is naughty, she's acting drama, she's run away. Then when you tell them, can you substantiate the run away? Substantiate the drama. If at all you did your best and you knew where drama started, or where the lies of someone who says, I am sick, I am not able to continue working, but for you insist to say she's lying, she just doesn't want to work, and we are restricting her not to even talk about it. You take away her phone, you don't allow her to talk to the family. Now you are guarding your interests. It's total compromise. Can't someone look at that? I know some relatives or families don't look that far. But do you get my explanation? If you look that deep inside, do you see any fair hearing, any fairness, any justice? So oftentimes that lie has been there, and it is still going on even to today. If you call one company where someone is complaining, the same rhetoric will come out. We are doing our best. Who are you following? Gwatwala, gwalondoola, gwakomyawo emirambo, akati ani avunaanwa? Byonna gwabikolako. Can you be a judge within your own case? When do we have to hold you accountable for any messes or any wrong? Good, you recruit rightly and not illicitly, no recruiting. I think you are doing your best when you have a license and recruit someone safely. Why would you then stretch yourself into other responsibilities that are really not yours? And you know very well, even the government ran away from those responsibilities. Government became laxed or is laxed about following up these workers or even attaching the supporters, the real attaches or people who are supposed to be on the ground. Because these company directors, the company directors who are stumbling block or in their minds think that they know it all, they are the alphas and omega. They are set in mind that since they got a license and they saw and such a commissioner told them, you are supposed to monitor the girls you are recruiting, you're supposed to follow up and give us a report. That is total foolery. It is total foolery. And me, I normally call it, it is the most stupid part of this industry that any commissioner and the Ministry of Gender can commit, and they continue committing it. Even when they sit in the ministry meetings, they continue lying to themselves that they are sure they are clearing Ugandans to go to Saudi Arabia under a monitoring desk attached to the company, to a commission agent. A commission agent who was paid by the sponsor, by the victimizer. And then you rely on systems or structures that are in the other destination countries which you do not have contact, which you do not have touch. They want to tell you, we are in touch with the counterparts the other side to follow up on our behalf. When you talk to the company will tell you, you know, my counterpart has not yet responded. I sent an email. Does saving a life needs an email? Saving a life needs an email? How long does a person take to respond to this email? But these are the formalities they want to take. These are the lengthy formalities they want to take within saving a life. You know, in the process of saving a life or protecting rights, sometimes even improvisation comes in place. One may not need even to put on gloves to deliver a life. Once that time comes, we have seen women being delivered with no gloves. What can you do? Because you have to save a life. You need to go into protocols of sterilization or observing the septic areas. I mean, looking at all that. Why? You have to avoid that because life is more important. Therefore, bw'oba omaze okurealizinga nti okusavinga abaana baffe abali mu buwarabu betutwalayo nga si be bali awo nti basoma nnyo is a process that needs us to be on board full time 24/7. Then you don't rely on emails. You don't rely only on formal structures. Because once you start saying, I'm relying on formal structures, you are simply saying, I'm here for data taking, because they have taken enough data which they can't actually even account for well. Do you know the Ministry of Gender takes data for migrants which are leaving this country, but it cannot account for these workers? Yet they have a database. They cannot trace them. Once a worker is being traced, they also write to the company and they say, where is this girl? Now, what were you clearing? What were you clearing, Mr. Commissioner? What you cannot trace? Indeed, can you substantiate the word clearance? You must be clearing something you know its destination and its purpose, and how you can even protect it. The safety. You are clearing, in other words, safety. That safeguard. That, yes, I'm clearing this girl because she has gone through the right process and she's safe for deployment on such and such a location. Assuming now the contracts spell out the location and the commissioner is clearing according to the location. The commissioner has details of the location, right? Why, when the girl dismisses, the commissioner who cleared cannot reach this destination and has no powers to reach this destination? What were you clearing? When you have no influence in it. So this is where confusion begins. Get it? The whole thing is exposure. You put this girl into the system, which system exposes her and leaves her without any support. Critically, unless a commissioner who doesn't think deep, but the one who thinks deep will say, hey, wait a minute. As we are clearing these girls, is it within government's mandate to protect them? Yes. Where are we clearing them to go? Do we know them? Do we have attachments there? Do we have solid, so that they do not have to rely onto the commission agents, which are in Uganda and have no jurisdiction in Saudi Arabia? Now they will tell you commission agents have coordinators. Who pays the coordinator? This Ugandan coordinator who is in Saudi Arabia on behalf of the commission agent. In whose interest does she work or coordinate? Is it the interest of the worker or the interest of the company that pays her? Is it the company of Uganda that pays her, or it's the Arab man? So in whose interest does she? It is the Arab man who pays this coordinator. So she must serve the interest of the piper. The one who pays the piper claims. So don't wonder why, when our own begin complaining and they lack no one standing to give them a bend or a backup. What companies will tell you after listening to these words? They will tell you that man Kayonde is becoming a problem. We cannot allow him to talk to our girls. But he may be the Messiah to change this narrative, and you can't kill him until you accept his word. Am I communicating in a sense? It is just a matter of we not lying to ourselves that we are going to get better or even improve this industry when we are repeating to make mistakes. A mistake cannot bring a corrective thing. It cannot. Once it is a mistake, it produces a mistake. Now, if you recruit a girl from here, you take her to Saudi Arabia, after lying to her that you will be there for her. But when they call you, when this girl is missing, you say she ran away. She ran away. How did she run away? That means you were there when she's running away and you saw the action. You actually know the story where it began from before she ran away. Tell us. And by you knowing the story, then you must be in position to tell us how much you helped to stop the runaway. And maybe the girl was just misbehaved. She never listened to you when you were telling her, please don't run away. I'm here for you. I am talking to your boss to pay your salary. I'm paying you, or you are being paid better salary. Please don't run away. And therefore, run away becomes a case. It becomes a case. How? In my little sense, I don't think a narrow escape for a one who is under duress is a crime. Is it a crime to have a narrow escape? Bofuna wewe waganya ngo tulugunyizibwa. Is it a crime? Do you think it is a crime? Similarly, does a patient have a right? Because internationally we have patients' rights. Internationally, which are known. A right to in a medical facility, a right to resist a treatment, a right to choose a medical place. I mean, a medical facility where you want to seek what? Medication. Right, even to take medication or to refuse. Why would then, a question, why would then our own, who feel sick at work, get to be subjected to pay, to pay money? And in the first place, why would somebody who was sponsored by someone be compelled to pay back? Is a sponsorship a debt? Omuntu bw'akuteekamu abakuwadde si buwi buba buyambi buwi bw'omala okumpa nga ngamba nti kakati munaye ompadde kakati omaze okumpa kakati naawo no nga bwe nkuwadde kakati ndiirira then you just tell me that you are borrowing me 12 millions or 15 millions for my company to export me to Saudi Arabia. You say it is a debt. You are borrowing these Ugandans from here. Rather than me getting sick and you begin doubting my sickness, I tell you I don't want to get treatment from here. I want to go back home. And then you start telling me, please pay back my money. I put in so much money. Pay back my money. You told me when I was coming, you seduced me, and you told me, you know, it is my what? I mean, we are putting money in you. Please don't worry. And most times, even workers are told you to pay. Even if the sponsor sends money, but they are also told you to pay money. They are told you to pay. So they pay something within this company, and again you bring the other money, which you say you are giving for free. So that free money you are giving, how do you then make a U-turn? If indeed it is free, you find the commissioner and the minister of gender saying, these girls don't have money, somebody else should pay for them under the employer pays principle. UN, employer pays principle. But what does the UN employer pays principle say? Does it say that a sponsorship is a debt? That whoever will pay or will be paid for shall have to pay back equally when she fails to work? Is it now forced labor? It has become a ransom. And why then these companies continue charging money if indeed it is totally free and we are taking desperate people, desperates who cannot afford any single coin? We are helping them in the name of government. Yes, okay, you are taking desperates to Saudi Arabia who are being sponsored by Arabs. Why then? Let's make a survey. Are you sure the companies are not charging them any coin? And to be responsible enough, how can I own my right when I did not own it even at the point of entry, when I was not regarded as a human being or as a party? How can I own it? How can you begin claiming for rights when you were not at the entry having any right? You will claim from inside? I mean, workers live here when they are put in a situation not to talk as humans, but as objects who are being spoken for, told what to do, and they cannot say no. That's why you find that they even have systems that are locking them. One goes to this company, she says, I want to go with this company, and if this company has weaknesses, because these companies are not the same. Some have better counterparts in Saudi Arabia, which is their work, and their girls are moving. They are being sent visas, things are worked on very fast, and they are moving. Others have issues. Others have no slots. Others have delays or complications with their counterparts on the other side. So if you have my girls, or if you have workers that have applied to you, and your system is delaying these workers, why would you resist? And you can't, if one worker comes out and say, me, I don't want to go now, I don't want to go with your company, give me my passport, I'm pulling out, let me go to another company. Why would you resist that? Do you have a monopoly over this client? You want to say, okay, you invested in something, charge that and release this girl from your system, because you have no monopoly over this person. She has got a right to choose. You understand? But you find them saying, I cannot release this girl because she's my girl. Now she's a property. Once they're like a rat gum. Once they catch you into their company, they say, now you are our meat. You know that rat gum? They catch you and then they say, now you are inside. You want to go away. Now this girl moves, to another company, she's told, first go back to this company. First go back to this company, they check your patience. Hello. When did human rights go into patience? Somebody is being tortured, and then you have to say, please be patient, as they are torturing her. I get frustrated over my right, and then you tell me I must be patient, because you have to first accomplish your complications. So that is very important to note, and you have to know that there are many complications within this industry which are leading you to wherever you are now. You are returning almost a lame person, but I don't think you have any cover for that, and I don't think you can be able even to replace her life if she ever never gets the treatment she has to. And many others have returned like that. Nobody is worried about their welfare. And for the fact that they have no even representation, they're just there. They're being represented by bloggers, pressure groups, and civil society. There's no leadership in this country that looks at them purposely to focus on them and give them a back. They are exposed to anyone in the community, whether in Uganda or Saudi Arabia. As they're in Uganda, the companies are taking a bonanza. When they enter Saudi Arabia, it is also another second dish that they will be utilized in any angle until you either get a dead body or a lame one, or you return a mad person, or one who is returning normally but is also limping in terms of having not really benefited a lot from whatever they may have gone to do there. There are big questions.